The number 10 shirt means something different in every country, but in Argentina, it's almost sacred. It's the shirt worn by the artist, the leader, the one everyone turns to when the game feels too heavy and the world is watching. And for decades, two names have defined that story more than anyone else: Diego Maradona and Lionel Messi. One shaped the mythology of the shirt, the other carried its weight across 20 years of impossible expectations. But who wore it best? Well, that's what we will be uncovering in detail, breaking everything down from stats, style, longevity, versatility, and legacy. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The numbers. Now, when you compare legendary players, numbers never tell the full story, though they reveal patterns that shape how careers are remembered. With Maradona and Messi, the gap in volume becomes clear the moment you lay their careers side by side. Messi's journey stretches across more than 2 decades, producing over 890 official goals and hundreds of assists across club and international football. His seasons at Barcelona saw scoring records fall repeatedly, from his 91-goal year in 2012 to his streaks of double-digit assists and goals that lasted well over a decade. Every competition he entered shows long stretches of high output and efficiency. Maradona's numbers, on the other side, settle in a different range. Across club and country, he scored 348 goals, with his highest statistical peaks during his Napoli years and the 1986 World Cup. Now, putting these numbers side by side reveals two careers shaped differently. One spans an unmatched period of elite production, while the other concentrates brilliance into sharp, unforgettable peaks. The stats don't settle the argument, though they frame the scale of what each player achieved in their own context. So, watching Maradona and Messi play tells a story that numbers can't touch. The eye test. Maradona carried the ball with a kind of defiance, pushing through challenges with a low center of gravity and an instinct for survival. Every touch looked improvised, shaped by street football, and sharpened by the intensity of the Italian defenders who tried to stop him. He used long strides, sharp shifts in balance, and bursts of acceleration to tear through lines. Crowds reacted to the tension he created because every run felt like it could break a match open from anywhere on the pitch. Now, Messi's movement developed a different rhythm. His dribbling came from minimal touches, tight control, and an ability to glide through space that didn't seem available moments earlier. Opponents often stepped toward him only to find the ball already shifting into the next phase of play. Undeniably, both players drew attention to themselves each time they received the ball. Maradona's flair created chaos that opponents struggled to manage. Messi's precision created structure that opponents struggled to read. And so, no wonder their reputations grew across generations, each shaping a unique interpretation of what a number 10 could express on the pitch. But it goes deeper. Versatility and tactical evolution. The story of their versatility begins with the roles they grew into. Maradona operated as a classic creative force, drifting between midfield and attack, guiding the tempo with touches that invited teammates forward. Managers often built entire systems around his freedom, giving him the space to orchestrate play and carry possession through crowded areas. He linked midfield to attack through long carries, angled passes, and quick combinations that pushed defenses backward. His influence remained constant whether he received the ball near the halfway line or inside the box. Now, Messi followed a different tactical path, shaped by the evolving systems around him. His early years placed him on the right wing, where he cut inside and connected with Barcelona's short passing structure. Later, he shifted into a false 9 role, dropping into midfield to draw defenders out of position and open lanes for runners. As years went on, his responsibilities grew deeper, turning him into a playmaker who controlled rhythm, created chances, and still offered a scoring threat from distance or inside the penalty area. Every adjustment reflected his understanding of space and timing. Both players handled multiple roles across their careers, responding to the tactical demands of their eras. Maradona thrived in fluid systems that revolved around his creativity. Messi adapted to formations that changed across managers and competitions, finding new ways to influence games from different zones on the pitch. Their versatility shaped how coaches used them and how opponents prepared for them, reinforcing their status as complete number 10s with layers that evolved over time. But understanding Maradona and Messi requires stepping into the environments that shaped their football. Era differences. You see, Maradona played in a decade where the sport felt heavier in every sense. Defenders were more aggressive, The rules allowed far more contact, and referees were slower to intervene. Matches in Serie A during the 1980s often turned into physical duels, with creative players absorbing repeated challenges. Pitches were inconsistent, especially in winter, which affected ball control and dribbling. These conditions influenced how Maradona approached each match, relying on strength, balance, and improvisation to navigate pressure. On the other hand, Messi's era shifted the difficulty toward structure and speed. Modern football runs on tactical systems, coordinated pressing, and detailed analysis. Opponents study every movement, closing gaps quickly and forcing attackers to solve problems within tight spaces. The pace of play increased across all major leagues, and defensive units moved in compact blocks designed to limit creativity. Messi adapted to these demands with sharper timing, quicker combinations, and an understanding of spaces that appeared for only brief moments. His success grew from reading these patterns earlier than others on the pitch. So you see the evolution of the sport. Maradona's challenges came from physical resistance and unpredictable conditions. Messi's challenges came from tactical intelligence and advanced defensive systems. Each environment shaped their style, influenced their decision-making, and contributed to the type of legacy they eventually built. And when it comes to their club career impact, it unfolds in entirely different settings. Club career impact. Now, Maradona's rise took him from Argentina to Barcelona, where flashes of brilliance appeared through moments of close control, acceleration, and creativity. His time there carried early signs of the talent that would eventually reshape a city farther south. That moment arrived when he joined Napoli in 1984. The club had never won Serie A, and expectations remained modest. Across 7 seasons, he delivered league titles, a UEFA Cup, a Coppa Italia, and performances that lifted an entire region. His influence reached beyond goals and assists, creating a bond between player and city that still defines Napoli's identity. Messi's journey followed a steadier rhythm, built inside Barcelona's system from the age of 13. His progression into the first team created a partnership between player and club that produced one of the most successful eras in modern football. Across more than 600 goals for Barcelona, he shaped league campaigns, Champions League runs, and tactical evolutions under several managers. His passing combinations with Xavi, Iniesta, and later Neymar became defining images of the club's style. Messi's consistency across multiple seasons placed Barcelona among Europe's elite for over a decade. Late in his career, he opened a new chapter at Inter Miami, influencing the team immediately through leadership, chance creation, and key goals that lifted their performances in MLS competitions. But every era of football has a tournament that becomes a reference point, and for Argentina, 2 of them shaped national identity. The World Cup chapters. Maradona's 1986 World Cup stands among the most influential individual campaigns ever recorded. Across 7 matches, he drove Argentina's progress through goals, assists, and long carries that broke defensive structures repeatedly. His performance against England delivered 2 of the most remembered moments in the sport. A goal built on pure technique and balance, and another that sparked worldwide discussion. Throughout that tournament, his involvement touched nearly every attacking sequence, turning him into the heartbeat of a team that relied heavily on his creativity. Messi's 2022 World Cup created a different rhythm. His influence stretched across all stages, beginning with group matches and extending through the knockout rounds, where he scored or assisted in every fixture. His goals came from a range of situations: penalties, controlled finishes, and moments of precision inside crowded spaces. The semi-final against Croatia featured a sequence where he shifted past defenders with close control before setting up Julian Alvarez, reminding viewers of his early Barcelona years. In the final, his involvement shaped the emotional arc of a game that moved through multiple momentum swings before being settled by penalties. These 2 tournaments captured the essence of each player's style. Maradona's campaign expressed raw drive and individual initiative, flowing through unpredictable runs and decisive moments. Messi's campaign reflected control, maturity, and leadership, turning consistent influence into a complete journey that delivered Argentina's first title since 1986. Both World Cups remain central pieces of their legacies, showing how each player carried the weight of expectation on the biggest stage in football. When it comes to the verdict, it becomes a little bit tricky. Legacy verdict. The legacy conversation reaches its most emotional point when the focus returns to what the number 10 represents in Argentina: creativity, leadership, and the belief that a single player can carry an entire nation through moments of uncertainty. Maradona shaped that definition during the 1980s. His performances at Napoli and the 1986 World Cup created a global image of the Argentine playmaker, fearless on the ball, expressive, unpredictable, and capable of altering the story of a match through individual initiative. Now, Messi expanded the role across 2 decades. His consistency across club football, dominance in European competitions, and sustained influence for Argentina built a legacy defined by precision, adaptability, and world-class production year after year. The 2022 World Cup placed a final layer on his story, completing a journey that mirrored the dreams of a generation raised in Maradona's shadow. Through goals, assists, and leadership across every stage of the tournament, he reinforced how the modern number 10 can guide a team through creativity and control. Their reputations reflect different expressions of excellence. Maradona delivered moments that live in football folklore. Messi created a body of work unmatched in scale and duration. When comparing the full picture, impact, longevity, versatility, and achievements, the weight of evidence leans toward Messi wearing the number 10 in its most complete form. Even so, the mythology built by Maradona remains foundational, shaping the expectations Messi later fulfilled. But what about you? If you had to choose one number 10 to build your team around for the next decade, whose name goes on the back of that shirt? Share your thoughts in the comments section below as you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing videos like this one.